So we got a little Steel Toe Casino.
I want to do that.
Okay.
I'm excited for that. I like that.
Alien.
Resist the twitch.
Boy, it looks like I got to move on to some new dick, huh?
Sorry. Good stuff,
Well done.
boys.
Well done, boys.
Good stuff. All right. Here we go. Here's how it works. Over under. Is it number 22 as usual?
Yeah, but I think he's onto something, so we might wind up changing it up.
Okay.
What day is this from? What show?
Today, that's how we play the game.
This
bro.
morning's show. Okay, good. Well, because I need to know if it's an evening show or a morning show. That's obviously a big difference in this.
And length of show. How long was he on for?
Damn near 5 hours. I was working on this right up to the end because that bastard went 5 hours.
Yeah, he's doing 5 now.
That's
Melton
not a
always
good sign.
says, man, you stop giving him money, all you'll get is more show.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you'll ever get. You can't get offline until you give him money.
We've been saying that about John for years. I mean, look at when they shut down Shuli's Anonymous on him for 20 minutes. Anybody remember that content? I mean,
was the best.
Yeah, if you took away Super Chats or Reddit from John, he would lose his fucking mind. So it's absolutely correct. All right, let's get this party started.
So the game is over under how many times he uses that phrase and whether or not he hits the goal, right?
Correct.
And what number he runs out of steam, but call it when you see it.
Right. So during the course of the game, if we're on number 6 and you think number 7, he's going to be flat, you call it before we get to 7. You go, this one's next, or 8 or 9 or whatever. But at some point, the mood and the energy changes. There's a shift.
A breaking point.
Yeah.
So the number's 22?
Number's 22.
5 hours. I got to go over.
I think you have to.
That's a long time to be on there.
I think you have to. But Frog did say he thinks he's watching or he's on to something. So I'm going to go under.
Okay.
Now, as far as hitting the goal, well, Zen, what are you picking, over or under?
22, 5 hours. I'm going to say under. I'm going to say, yeah, I got faith in this guy. Maybe he learned his lesson. Maybe he understands that you don't have to say it every 5 minutes.
Okay.
Sure.
He was on for 5 hours, so he said it a lot.
I'm going to say he did not hit the goal today because Mondays he has really struggles with Mondays hitting the goal.
Okay. Monday, no goal. Zenny, goal or no goal?
He hits the goal. 5 hours in, he brings it home. 5 hours.
I'm going to say no, because 5 hours is not a good sign. You know what I mean? If he hit his goal in 2 hours, he'd be gone in 2.5 hours.
Correct.
So I'm going to say no goal.
Quick question for Frog. So I know that he's part of the Rumble creator program and he's starting to make some money off that. And he mentioned last week he's going to lower the goals because of all the money that's pouring in from Rumble. What was the goal number today?
I think it started off with the normal amount. I think he might even say it in the first clip that it's at like 260 to the goal. I think is the first clip you hear him say something like that.
Oh, because it used to be 350. It was the morning goal every morning.
Oh, so maybe he is counting like $100 from the Rumble Creator Studio then, because I think that's the first number I remember hearing.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to stick with what I said, but that's he probably will hit at that.
Well, if you guys remember from the last show he did, he was threatening to just do Rumble. He was going to leave the YouTube scene
based on the amount of riches that came in from the creator.
Sorry, guys, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to have to leave this whole YouTube thing.
And Frog brought up a good point. He does one Rumble show a week. Right. And he's like, Rumble it's amazing. The money's amazing.
And another thing, Karl, have you ever noticed that when he does his members only streams on YouTube, that he's also streaming that same show for free on Rumble at the exact same time?
I didn't know that. What an idiot.
It was 270 today.
270. That's way lower than it usually is. Okay.
All right.
I'm still going with he didn't hit it. He didn't hit it.
Karl, try putting the money you make back into your show, pal. Maybe that might help.
Yeah.
All right.
Throw us a couple of bucks. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, gifted memberships, and all that.
Johnny Crutches decided to choke on a pen cap to get out of this fucking show today.
Thank you very much. 2:15 away from today's goal. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, and all that stuff. We'll keep the show going for you.
Johnny looks like he's actively dying.
Yes. For 5 hours today, he was dying on the air.
I mean, physically and spiritually, he is
Yeah.
dying a slow death.
And we'll call her a win for the toe. What do you say?
Oh, I'm going to say number 4. I'm going to say 4.
You're calling
Yeah,
for-
he's slowing down already.
This Monday energy is not good.
Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Couple of great segments back to back. I think we've earned your generous contributions. So go ahead and throw in. Keep going, and we'll stay on schedule. That's how that shit works. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants.
He's in an ornery mood
members-
today.
Yeah,
Dude,
that was a pretty
this might
solid.
be the best show we've ever done. I
Yeah.
mean, if that was number 4, let's see
Yeah.
what number 10 looks like.
Memberships. I like gifted memberships. Those are fun. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. I love gifted memberships on YouTube and on Rumble. We're still right on track. We appreciate your guys' generosity. 165 is today's number. Let's get on PayPal, Streamlabs, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants.
The old self-inventory grab.
I mean,
Like, what am I doing with my life?
you want to adopt Johnny like a puppy.
You
Like
do.
Something you saw in the kennel. You just want to make sure he doesn't get euthanized.
Can I tell you what show would take off in the Dabbleverse more than whatever Joey C is planning with his AI producer?
I know what it is. Johnny Crutches falls down and Joey doesn't help him get back up. That's the show.
Well, that's just a viral moment. But no,
Oh,
the show has to be Johnny Crutches with April. If those two guys did a show together, I kid you not, it would quadruple the money that Aaron makes any given morning.
I love that.
Yeah, I'd watch. I ain't gonna lie.
Get that all knocked out. Keep throwing in money. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Do us a favor.
God, this begging is slowly killing this man.
And see if you can't help us out a little. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. If you don't want to hear that shit every 3 minutes for the next hour, go ahead and
Oh, now it's our fault.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I
my
love that. I'm
favorite.
blaming the audience.
I'll turn this show around and go right back home. Aaron is my favorite.
We gotta have one where he melts down. Do we ever have that in the bag? Like he just fucking loses his shit.
I saw So Thorough Joe Burrow has a video. I haven't watched it yet, but the word meltdown is literally in the title, and we got to watch that. But I like how he was so mellow. And it's like that scene in Blazing Saddles where the woman's reading and they all go louder, and she goes, "Governor Pennsylvania," and she just starts screaming.
throw in Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble
big drop.
Rants. We do have, like I said, 145 away from today. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, etc. 125 away
Here we go.
from today's goal, and definitely
I'm taking 13.
within striking distance. Hammer it out. Call it another win for the toe. Again, 125 away. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. We are $120 away from today's goal. Let's see if we can't knock it out. Get a win for the toe. Some Streamlabs, some PayPal, some Venmo, some Super Chats, some Rumble Rants. Let's see
What
if
was
we
that
can't.
Go back. Hold on. You're right, Carl. Go back a little bit. Was that to Johnny?
It seemed like it.
Yeah,
I mean,
because he interrupted the Streamlabs rant.
Oh, you don't do that, man. You don't tug on Superman's cape, and you don't do that.
yeah.
Let's see if we can't. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, gifted memberships. I love those gifted memberships. 15 minutes left in the show.
Did I not go back
and
far enough?
$90 away from today's goal. What do
Yeah, I
you
don't think you
say?
went back at all, but it's okay.
Sorry. Hold on. No, I want to see him snap it, Johnny. I need to see that.
Streamlabs, some PayPal, some Venmo, some Super Chats.
Can it, you retard? I'm doing the thing.
That is disdain right there.
Some Streamlabs, some
That's a perfect thumbnail.
I mean,
I'm clicking on that video.
The beginning of the end right here.
I mean, in
Hey,
all
pal.
fairness, right? Like,
Yeah.
I get it that Aaron has to do some self inventory on what he's doing with his show, but Johnny Crutch is miserable.
Yeah.
Every day he's on this show, and as a guy who's running a show, I'd be like, Johnny, can you fucking smile
Yeah.
a little bit? Maybe throw a little effort into this.
Some Venmo, some Super Chats, some Rumble Rants. Let's see if we can't Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, gifted memberships. I love those gifted memberships. 15 minutes left in the show and $90 away from today's goal. What do you say? Be part of a $100 rally and let's do this thing. Streamlabs, PayPal,
What do you get for it? To shut my fucking mouth.
Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. $90 away from today's goal. Let's hit Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, and Rumble Rants. Again, about 15 minutes left. That would be so awesome. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats, Rumble Rants. Oh, guys, thank you so much. I played that Lizzo thing to punish you guys for missing the goal. And then while I was playing the Lizzo thing, you guys hit the goal.
Oh.
So I had to go an extra 15 minutes because of that. I'm a man of my word. Johnny, you have a show at 1 o'clock today?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Now, according to him, he hit the goal, or were you tracking it, Joe? Was there a
According
mysterious?
to him, he hit the goal.
So there was no record of it as far as super chats go that were up on screen.
Well, he doesn't put all the chats up on the screen
Right.
anyway, so it's hard to tell anyhow.
It's also interesting that he was playing content that his audience would hate to punish
Yeah.
them. And that's when the money came in, because Aaron always connects doing a good show with getting paid immediately from the viewers.
Yes.
So
that's
why would all of a sudden now he's doing something that sucks, staying on for an extra half hour or whatever it was, and that's what brought the money in? Why?
yeah, that's one of my favorite things with Aaron is he's like, they're missing the goal, and he's going, I guess the show was shit today.
Yeah,
Because-
we put on the best show that you'll ever see or hear, but I guess you guys didn't realize that because
It was a mystery $80. Wow. Was it really?
I guess people don't understand how good they have it here on the Steel Toe Morning Show.
did you guys see that he brought back VIP memberships?
Yeah. So what are VIPs getting?
You got to
now?
hear this. This is like another parallel to Stuttering John. So he says, if you give us $200 in 1 week, $200 throughout the week combined, you'll be a VIP member, which gets you tickets to any future shows that he's doing. So he's got the 11-year anniversary coming up at Stoney's there, and they have a golf tournament and stuff. So if you give $200 in 1 week, you get tickets forever for anything they're doing live. You also get merchandise 4 times a year. And that goes on forever as well. So there's 4 merch drops that you'll be a part of. 3 of them are like merch from the prize closet, like old stuff that they never got rid of. But one of them is a brand new piece of merchandise just for you.
It's like Aaron's doing cocaine again.
Well, when he was doing this with April, people would complain they weren't getting their things. He'd always blame April. Like, yeah, April's not going to the, she's not sending this stuff out. She's not going to UPS or whatever. But he puts these burdens on himself that makes his life so much more difficult. You can tell he's miserable.
Rakes. He's laying out
Right.
rakes.
He's like laying out his
John.
own rakes. Like,
Yeah.
why do you think $200 is worthy of merchandise and free live show tickets for life?
I mean, merch was the beginning of the end of that relationship.
Yes.
And so now Slam Piece is going to be licking envelopes and sending shit out.
Good point. Good point.
Surely there's just a second or two left on that video.
Oh, yeah.
Show again at 6 p.m. Central.
Okay, under. He hit the goal. Number 10.
Hey, good morning, everybody. And oh my God, he's got the medal thing behind him. I wasn't ready for that today. Oh, boy.
This is what I like. Frog does drop the needle and just fills in the audio with screenshots.
I was expecting, I've come to appreciate your other background, which I call, and this will be a deep cut for everybody who was an N64 guy back in the day. Drake Lake. Drake Lake. Call it. What's the reference?
I don't know.
Ah, Wave Race 64.
Why wouldn't you just give them a heads up before the show starts that this is what you're going to bring up, or fucking don't ask them? That's such a random
Right.
fucking thing. The odds
The
of him
answer
knowing
is
that.
Crash Bandicoot, you dummy.
Annoying.
Wait, you never
Wave Race
played.
64. Yeah, I didn't do Wave Race.
Oh,
I wasn't-
man, you weren't gay, bro.
Hey, thanks for watching that clip. We got a bunch more stuff from a bunch of different other shows. So if you want to support us, you want to be a part of what's happening here, subscribe, notify, and get yourself a membership. 2 levels, $5, $10. We got more bonus shows than we know what to do with. So help us out. Get in here.